I have a build international listings from Amazon Australia to Amazon USA. And from Australia, I have 28 Vine reviews with 4.3 stars, but in the USA, it only shows 4.2 with only 20 reviews. It should be 4.3. Amazon is unable to help me. So, not every single review can go across borders. You're not going to always have every single review cross at all times. I would also question if every single one of your Vine reviews came across at the same time, or if it's just reviews in general that are stagnated. So, one thing you can do here, and it's a little time consuming, but something that AI actually might be able to help with, do a cross analysis and see which reviews didn't come across and see if it has anything to do with the actual review content itself versus any other content. So not every single review is going to be cross-platform, unfortunately. That's just the biggest thing. Literally look and see which the reviews are, and more than likely it's a review content issue more than anything. What's your thoughts on using Vine? I'm on the fence. I have a really great product and brand that I've been building, but it's also a higher price at $129.99. I've heard mixed results from using Vine. I personally don't encourage you to use Vine. It's funny you mentioned this. I posted a video a couple of weeks ago about the Vine program having recommendations down for whatever reason. And that video gained some traction, specifically from Vine reviewers. And it is, in my opinion, a great reason as to why sellers shouldn't be doing Vine. Let's see, here it is. So I posted this about, 4 weeks ago, about a month ago. The Vine program went down for all featured offers. This hit the Vine Facebook groups, got a lot of comments, a lot of Vine reviewers in here who are basically, crapping on me saying Vine's amazing, everything, and we all are super honest, and we do hardly ever do negative reviews except for when they're warranted, blah, 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 blah. This is all BS, to be entirely frank, from Vine reviewers. Every single person in here who is a seller. So this guy is a great example. Some reviewers seem to think they're an extension of your product's marketing team. You're not there to increase sales. You're there to give an honest, unbiased product opinion, blah, blah. Amazon needs to do a better job of vetting reviewers. I agree with this 100%. And the reason is that on average, from a data perspective, so one of the things I call out in that video is this idea of actual data, right? Because data matters when doing anything. And so one of the things that I called out in that video was that on average, data shows that Vine reviews are 3.9 stars. And that was one of the things that a lot of people were hating on me, saying, I never give a bad rating whatsoever. And it's like, okay, that's also a problem of itself, that they are just giving 5-star reviews to literally everyone under the sun. And I also don't think that's true, because from a data standpoint, it's 3.9. So my point being, I don't trust Vine. I think it's a waste of time and money. If you can get the 30 reviews for free, I would encourage you to do that. And 9 times out of 10, Vine reviews aren't going to be beneficial to actually telling you anything about the product. Nowadays, it's also filled with just AI garbage, because Vine reviewers are also lazy people who essentially will go through and just get AI, reviews. The people who are in the comments there who want to yell at me are people who are very adamant and very vocal about the program and the benefits of the program, but they have no idea what it's like from a seller's perspective, unfortunately, which I do, and it's bad. So no, I don't encourage you to. Let's see. Regarding my current product, I see people stating they can file for review removal. How can I do that myself? I got a 2-star rating that said package was wet. That can only be delivery fault. Yeah, so you actually have to go to voice of the customer dashboard. You have to actually appeal it there. So you can't just report the review and whatnot. So you actually have to report it on the actual voice of the customer and tell Amazon why this shouldn't be on your product. I'm on the voice of the customer dashboard, but not sure if this is where I file for removal. I see my CX Health. This review was over 90 days ago. I just learned that filing for removal is possible. You cannot file for review if it was over 90 days ago. So I believe it's a 30-day filing period, if I'm not mistaken. You can submit technically a seller support case for this. I wouldn't expect much movement. Reviews are one of the things that Amazon just doesn't play with at the end of the day. They're also very proactive in removing reviews that should not be there and violate the aspect of reviews and why those are. So the unfortunate part here is you're probably a little too late to be able to actually file for that if it was over 90 days ago. Well, at least I'm still at 4.4 stars, which is horrible. 4.4 is not horrible by any means. Honestly, I consider anything below 3.8 to be kind of horrible. That's the point of no return, in my opinion. Having anything under 3.8 is going to make your ability to grow sales exponentially more difficult. Honestly, even under 4 is kind of a gray area, or the red zone, I guess is probably the better way to put it. So yeah, 4.4 isn't horrible by any means, in my opinion.